Hey friends, it's Megan Elizabeth from ByMeganElizabeth.com, founder and creator of She Makes Club, and I'm doing a little video tutorial for you today of a 6x8 scrapbook page that I'm putting in my one little word slash She Makes Her Life mini album that I've been doing. I share most of that over inside She Makes Club, so if you want to see more of what I do as far as these 6x8 layouts go, come over and check us out over at shemakes.club. But today I wanted to use the new Writing in the Sand stamp set from Close to My Heart. It is in the July through September album, and I want to use some of the stencils and play with some inks. And I'm actually really not sure how this is going to completely come together yet today, but I know I want to have some fun. So I do have like a Misty like stamp tool. This one actually is from Stampin' Up. I got this a while back, and I really love the one from Stampin' Up just because you can adjust the plates essentially to these different levels and heights, and then the magnets and everything. It's a really great kind of stamp positioning tool. So I'm going to be using that for this. I think it'll be a little bit easier to get the color layers the way I want and everything, because we're going to layer up colors with this. I have been sharing this picture on social media. It's a picture that Nate actually took of me in Jamaica, just like breathing in everything around me. And Psalm 121 verses 1 through 2 have been a little bit of a reminder verse for me right now. I just feel like we're in the middle of some storms here personally of life, and I just keep finding myself like turning back to God, asking him to restore, asking him to show me, to help, and to guide us. And this just keeps coming up. So I'm using it in this layout right now, since my word for the 2022 year is restore. I'm utilizing that. I'm using that. So this is a piece of cardstock that I have in the color Sage, and I'm just going to cut this down. So it's just to kind of highlight, outline, and I'm going to do a double layering with this picture. I know that. we're gonna have some fun together, because we're gonna play with this as we go. I don't know what the final result is going to be, because I kind of want it to do a little stenciling, and I want to play with this stamp. It might end up being a 2-page layout. I'm not even sure yet. I am not even sure yet for one picture. It happens sometimes. And sometimes I just do simple hidden journaling with pages like this. So this is one of the new stencil packs. This is stencil pack 1Z6091. You can find it at meganelizabeth.closetomyheart.com. And I love, there's all kinds of different travel things. I'm not going to go through them all. I did a couple videos showing that already. But I love the waves in this, and I'm kind of thinking that might be really cool as part of one of the pages or one of the parts, and you can kind of see it really, fits in there. And I thought, well, this might really work for the design or for the look that we're going for. So I'm going to actually tape this down. I'm just going to use some washi tape directly on my desk. You could use masking. You could use all kinds of different things. I'm just going to grab a couple quick little pieces of it. I'm going to grab these guys out. Let's see. We have Sapphire. We'll do a little bit of that, just sort of in the middle, I think. I'm just going to use my hand to kind of stencil this on. And there's like Hello Sunshine and like a sunset. If you wanted to do both, you could do that. I just want the waves in the background. Actually, you know what? We're going to go all the way up with them. We're going to go all the way up with these waves. So I'm going to line it up here. And this might be my journaling page, my hidden journaling piece to this, but we'll see. See how it actually turns out. All right, that and that is done. Lift this up. Oh, I love the way those colors play together. That's beautiful. I'm going to take my mint color shimmer brush pen. I'm going to kind of give it a little squeeze, and I'm going to flick it. That it spritzes all over this page. It's going to react. The Distress Oxide is going to react to the ink And it's going to give it a little blotch of shimmer and color at the same time, which is such a fun look. And let that sort of dry, and you can really see those speckles and shimmers come out. So I think this is going to be my hidden journal piece, which is going to be really cute. We'll do a little bit of like an outline to this where you see the colors coming out of both sides. The speckled egg goes really well with that sage color. We use the mint, so we're kind of mixing up the colors. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to start by placing down our photo on this page. I'm going to do it in the center. I'm going to have to trim up both sides. This is a 6x8 piece. I wasn't sure how I was going to do this until I saw how it came out, but now that I see it, I like got the vision, right? So we're going to trim up this edge. So you're still seeing those speckles, you're seeing those color waves, and it's all there as part of this little design. When I do hidden journaling, it's so important to me because then I feel like I can tell more of the story without anyone and everyone just reading it as they flip through my albums. So sometimes I don't do it with my one little word or my She Makes Her Life albums, but sometimes it just feels like some of the stories, some of the thoughts, some of the things are a little too personal, that I don't just want anybody who flips through my album reading all of my deepest thoughts, but I use my scrapbooking and my journaling to process my life, to tell my story, to get things out, to release stress, to metabolize the stress in my body. And hidden journaling is just such a great way that I can flip this open and be able to write anything that I want in here and not feel like I have to censor or guard or even have great handwriting. It's just a great way to be able to do it. All right, so we're gonna give that a try for this. I really like how that turned out. Now I want to do my layers. This is gonna be so cute. I wanna figure out where I want this to go exactly and kind of place this up here somewhere and then do a small amount of the ocean going across here as well, and then maybe a little design up here, or maybe I'll just leave it white. I'm not sure. Exactly. So I'm mixing up my colors. I'm going to do Sundance, Toffee, Bluebell, and Harbor, and we should be good with those. And we're going to kind of give them a little line that goes all the way across. So there might be a little overlap, but I'm not too terribly worried about it. As long as we know there's going to be overlap, we should be able to line it up pretty well with our stamp tool. So I'm going to do the first layer of sand is going to go right down here. So I'm just going to have that in place. Pick that up. We're going to do Sundance first. I'm just going to do it all over. I'm just doing the Sundance all over. And then Toffee on top. This is just going to give me some highs and lows. And I'm just doing the Toffee on the bottom edge. I'm letting that Sundance be more at the top and the Toffee on the bottom. We're going to do one stamp down. Love that. Right, now I can lift this off and I can line this up over here, and there's going to be a little bit of overlap like we said, but what I can do is take this guy, we can layer him over top, and we won't have too much of that overlap. All right, so we're going to do Sundance all over one more time, and then Toffee at the bottom, hopefully creating pretty similar look across, and then press them down. Yay. Move him out of the way because we're going to need to do the top. There's a little line there still. We expected that. We're not worried about it. Now I'm going to grab the top portion. We're going to do Harbor right along that very top edge. And Bluebell is going to be blended and along the bottom. Okay. Lift. Let's try one more time. I don't really like that, so I'm going to push a little bit harder. There, that's better. Lift. Move down. So we're in position here. Should be about right. Place this guy over the top. Gonna have a little line still okay with it. Bluebell, Harbor. A little line, but should still overlap just perfectly. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, I love that. If we're not quite great with it, we'll just give it another little push. Blend those two lines together. But I do love that. Oh, all right. And you can tell, like, this is really designed for a card front. I'm making it stretch to go across a full 6x8 scrapbook page. So if you don't want those lines, you could just do it in those smaller segments as well. And then you won't even have to worry about lining anything up or having those lines in your way. Okay, with putting my picture over top of it, I'm not overly concerned. What I am gonna do though, we're gonna create a little sky on the top, I think. So since I wanna do that, I'm gonna grab my craft mat. I'm gonna grab some of my buddies over here and picked raspberry, spice marmalade, and fossilized amber. Sunset sky, I guess. We're gonna do fossilized amber first. And then I'm gonna do some spiced marmalade. I'm just moving my little piece of paper up with it, but I'm still overlapping my fossilized amber color. I'm going to go back and blend the lines when I'm finished, because I do want there to be a distinguishable separation. Picked raspberry next. And then speckled egg. Let's get speckled egg back in the mix at the top. Because you know how sometimes the sunset sky still has that blue right along the top edge, and it like has that varying purples and pinks in it. Let's get that in there. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, I love that. All right. Let's go back over with and the more you layer, the more like dynamic it gets, which is what I'm always such a fan of when it comes to Distress Oxide inks. Those lines start to just fade and blend away, but yet it's almost so natural. Like it's really what the sky looks like. Like you can see that separation in colors, right? Even if we take some and go in here with speckled egg like the clouds would be. Not be afraid of it. It almost gives that hazy cloud effect on the sunset sky. You can even go in here a little bit, right on down the edge of the ocean. Look at the sunset's reflecting off of it. I don't want it to get too green, so keep that in mind. Go back over if you have to. Separate those colors back out anywhere that you need. Love that. Okay, that was a good call. Good call, good call. Love that. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more. I want to be careful though that I don't color this in too much, because then I get carried away. So I don't want to go too far. But I'm gently going over with some speckled egg on our stamp. Just gentle, gentle. How beautiful is that? Oh my goodness, I love this. This is so fun. This is what it's all about to me, honestly. Just using the different mediums, making something with your own hand, processing life, de-stressing a little bit, having fun, getting messy, and then telling the beautiful story that goes along with it. Before that totally dries, I'm gonna grab my clear shimmer brush pen. I'm gonna give it a little squeeze to get a little puddle going. You can almost see it there. I'm gonna dip in that puddle, but then I'm gonna just flick it right on top of my inks all over. And that's going to react with, not only is it going to give it shimmer, it's also going to react with that Distress Oxide ink, and it's going to give that distressed, broken up look. And it really looks pretty to use shimmer brush pens on top of any type of Distress Oxide ink. Adhesive is going right on just that top flap. The adhesive goes just on that top flap of our journal, and then I can use that to even sort of break up where we have those lines and not make them so obvious. I'm able to journal inside. I'm gonna grab some stickers, alpha stickers that I have. There's some from Sassafras. I'm gonna spell out the word moments. I think, hopefully I have enough. I do. Okay, so we're gonna start, I'm gonna start from the backwards and go forwards. I love this. And then a few of these guys. Perfect. That's it. All I'm going to do, and I'm going to fill in my journal, and that is our video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope to see you soon inside of She Makes Club, where we do so many amazing things to tell your story, to enjoy the moments, and to process the life that we live and make a life that we love together. I'll see you again soon over at ByMeganElizabeth.com. Bye-bye.